Hi everyone. So today we're going to look at the differences between a U-fold card and a bridge fold card. Okay, people often mistake them that they're the same thing. They're not. Okay, so first of all, this is a U-fold card, and it's simply a card that will go into this particular size, a 6x6 envelope. And it stands up and has this traditional U shape when you look on from above. Okay, it's a very simple fold, but it can get as complicated as you like. Okay, so that's the basic U fold. Okay, put that to one side. Then we're going to come in, and this is the same shaped card, right? But it has a bridge across the bottom, and this particular one has a bridge across the top. So this is the traditional bridge fold card. Same score lines, same shape, but just adding the bridges to it. Okay. Then we can get really complicated. So this is another bridge fold card. A bit static there. But this one I've taken even further, and I've fitted a window to the front. This folds flat to go in a normal C5 envelope, but it's still the traditional U shape, but it's got a bridge across the top, a bridge across the bottom, and the window is also acting as a bridge. So you've got 3 layers there of the bridge. But not only that, if we look from the top, if I can try and get it right to the camera, I'll go from this side, I think. You can see that there's an added bridge in the middle, which has got the beautiful chair on it. It's got the little girl on it. So on the back of the card is the room. It's got a table lamp on it. The next layer forward, the girl and the chair, and then the last layer is the front of the building. So you really can turn it and look all inside, because all the side panels are done with the wallpaper as well. So it's a beautiful card, nice one to lay flat in a card, but I am going to try and work one up that's got a bow window on it, and it will have to go in a box, but that's for another day. Right, we're going to have a look at how we make them, and I've chosen this pack, which is Hunky Dory. Comes in a pack of 3, so I've got the Wise Men coming a dark background, and I also had this one, which is a toning A4 piece, and I've already cut it because I've decided this is what I'm going to use. Okay, so we're going to put that to one side. That will make another card, and I'll go for this topper here, so let's pop that out. I'm going to save the frames for probably another card, because this is a relatively simple one, and I think I'm going to have either sending Christmas blessings, or I might go for the greatest gifts, peace, love and joy be in your heart this Christmas. We'll see how the card goes. So I'll just put those to one side, and we're going to look at this piece here. So it's 15 centimetres high. Right, we're going to take our scoreboard, and as usual I will put the imperial measurements up in the top left. I apologise for the state of my hands. I've been arguing with a huge hedge all the way down my garden. So we're going to score at 5 centimetres and at 9. Very simple to remember. Turn it round and we're scoring 5 and 9. That's all there is to it. Now, if we take a look at the first one that I did, this one, I have had to cover the back panel, the side panels and these edge panels. Choosing this patterned card, I'm going to use this to make the whole card, so I don't have to do a lot of fancy folding. Okay, so I'm going to fold along the 9 and always make sure that this is level. So always make sure it's level top and bottom, and then fold back. This one. Okay, then we're going to take this one. It won't meet in the middle, so it's not like a gatefold. Fold that back. Now let's have a look. This one, I had to do these side pieces, and if you think this is a 5 centimetre panel, 5, this is a 4 centimetre panel, and this is 11.5. Okay, so this one, it's already done for me. Okay, because I wanted to give you most time on the tutorial for doing the more intricate one. But for a beginner, this is a good way of starting. So I'm going to take this one here. There's my 3 wise men. Doesn't say in the Bible that we're 3, but there we have 3 kings on the camels. Okay, so there's the start. And this one, a U-fold, it doesn't have a bridge at all, but I can come up with this one. I think I'm going to have that one sticking half over. So this one's got a little picot in the centre. So I'm going to just put a couple of bits of tape on there, and I can line up this up with the little picot, and I know it's exactly halfway. Yep. So that folds in there. And sending Christmas blessings, I think I shall put up there. I don't know whether to bring, I think I'll bring that over half as well. Okay, going to eyeball that. So there I've got the basic U-shaped card. Okay, so we're going to put that to one side. Now we'll have a look at this one. This was a simple one with only a bridge on the front and the top. Okay, this was the more complicated one, and we're going to do something similar to that because I want to be able to show you how to put this bridge in the middle. So I've collected some bits together, and I have some nativity die cuts. I've got a manger, I've got angels, all sorts. I don't know what I shall use yet. We'll see as we go through. Lovely little kitten. Now this again was a hunky-dory piece of card, but I often use plain card and decorate it up with my own backing papers and things. So this happens to be 15 centimetres, and I've cut off these pieces, which we'll do for my bridges. So we're going to bring back the scoreboard and same measurements, 5, 9, turn it round, 5 and 9. Right, we're going to fold along the 9, make sure that it's nice and level, and fold back. Take the next one, fold along the 9 and fold it back. So we have our U-fold. Okay, that stands up. It's very, very firm because it's good quality card. Okay, so let's have a look now. I want to take my nativity and I want to place it on there, but it doesn't actually stand out. Okay, so what I want to do is to take my piece of spare brown and I want to make a background. Now if you saw the last week's video, we saw how you could rip a piece of card and make a snow scene. Well, I'm going to take this and rip it, so that I have a background. And let's have a look how high that comes up. And if I'm going to add, that's nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to just mark with a pencil where I want to cut it roughly. I'm going to slide it up. I'm just going to mark where my folds are, because what I want to do is to split my piece of brown so that I'm just trying to see that. I don't want my piece of card interfering with the folds. So let's have a look. I'm going to take my scissors, I'm going to tweak this in a minute. So I'm going to put that for there. That for that one. This is my centre piece there. And this piece there. So there's my 5 pieces. So I'm going to take this piece here, which is the background. I'm going to take that off, but I want to check it's going to clear my folds, and I think I need to take a smidge off there. Okay. If you keep everything in order, then you're not going to make mistakes. So line it up with the bottom, and there's my first one. Take this one, and take a minute piece off from there. Now, I'm not too worried about the next piece because I can let it overhang. Have a look at that in a minute. So this piece I'm going to put a couple of pieces of tape on. And I can line this one up, and I can see where it overhangs, and I can just trim that. Yep. So take my next piece, check, that's that one, that's that one. This one goes in, I need to trim it. What you don't want is it interfering with any of the folds. And take this one, and place that down there and trim off a little excess there. Right, so let's stand it up, and there is my background with a sky and the soil there. So I'm going to take this one, and if I just carefully take out the background, it always helps to look at decoupage from the back, because you can easily see the pieces that need to come out. Yep. So we've got now a nice nativity scene, and I'm going to put some wet glue onto that to fix it down. You can use whatever glues you want to. So to take that, and I want it so that I can just see the sky along the back edge. It's going to add to the picture. Right, so it's at the moment a U-shaped card, a U-fold. But I'm going to take this, and if I measure across this piece here, it's going to measure, I believe, 11.5. Yes, 11.5. So I'm going to tear another piece, a bit more gentler curves this time. Not worried about the length. And I'm going to take my scoreboard, and I need, this piece here is 4 centimetres. So I'm going to make my first bridge that I do come out 1 centimetre. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to score 1 centimetre. I'm going to move on 11.5 there and add another centimetre. So I'm going to fold that back, and this is now an 11.5 centimetre bridge that will fit in there, which is my next layer to go on my card. This is a little bit wider than 1 centimetre tape, so I'm going to fold it back in. Now there's a good way of putting your bridge in. I'm just going to fold that back. Okay, so I'm going to take my bridge, I'm lining it up with the bottom of the card and simply close that edge in. It's now fixed in exactly the right place. Fold it down. You've got the glue exposed here. Fold that edge in and you now have your first bridge. Okay, so my next bridge I want a little bit shorter. So I'm cutting a bit off there and I want it to come forward another, I think we'll go 1 centimetre. So let's come 1 centimetre, add on 11.5, so we're coming down 12.5 and 13. So tape on the edges, and we're going to do exactly the same as we did before. So we're going to take that off, fold in the edge, don't want any extra glue. Right, I'm then going to come into there, place it onto there, and fold down again, and when it pops up it's in the right place. Place that over to there, fold that down, and now look, we have two lovely bridges through there. Okay, we're going to do one right across the front, but it's going to be a small one. So let me take that out for the moment, because we're not going to need to score the other one. Okay, so we've got our background hills, we've got two little hills here, and then we're going to look at the characters that we've got. Mary and the manger we've already got. So we've got an angel, we've got a king, we've got 3 kings. Oh, right, I think I'm going to have 3 kings right at the front. I could have an angel there. I think we're going to fit some angels inside. So I've got another king, that's Mary again. I've got a dog, a cat, and I think I'm going to split the angels. So I'm going to just take a bit of tape. You only need to fix the bottom of your characters. Right, so I've got Mary that side, so I'm going to have the angel standing this side, and I'm going to put her down a bit further. You can play around with all your characters. So Mary, Joseph, angel standing there. I'm going to take another little angel, there. I'm going to sit her over that side. Okay, and this front bit I've got I think I'm going to move that one because I've got one king there. I'm going to have two the other side, and let's get those out of the way. And I've got two little characters here, so I'm going to take a little bit of glue there. You can use wet glue, it's fine, you'll just have to leave it to dry. So I'm going to take a little cat, she's going to sit there, a little dog, on there. Now you can see that I've got perspective going back with all these characters. Now let's have a look. We've got two small bridges, but I want to do a much bigger bridge that is going to firm up the whole thing. So if I lay this down now and flatten it, no need to do measurements. I'm going to go from that side to that side and simply cut it off. Okay, so that is the size that I need to go right across the front of my card. So I want to start it off, and I need to tear the other way. So I'm just doing a very gentle tear. Get rid of that. So that is exactly the right distance across, and you always test it lying down. So I only need double-sided tape here. I'm going to put one just overlapping a little bit because I want a nice strong finish to that. So I line that up bottom, and so that's fixed to this front piece. Now I need to fix this, but I always fix it when it's flattened out. So place it down, flatten it, and fix that. So when that stands up, so there's no score marks anywhere, it's just holding that bridge firmly across the front. Now I'm going to take my wise men, and they're going onto there, but I want them coming in a fraction into the seam. Nice fixing across there. And I want them up slightly, and one of the wise men just coming inside that seam. Right, I've got my other king. That's a bit unfortunate that he's leaving on there. So I think I'm going to leave that, and I'm just going to have another angel on there. I don't really want him walking out of the seam. Okay, so I'm going to lift her up, and I'm just going to put her, I think, just behind the bridge here, so she is standing inside one of the little humps on the thing. So how about that for a bridge fold card with 3 bridges there? So 2 of the bridges are fixed inside, one of the bridges gives it the stability on the outside. But even though you've got all of that, it will still lie flat to go in a normal envelope. Okay, so let's bring in this one, and again you can see the U shape. This one has only got one bridge in the middle of it, but I've used the background to put some wallpaper type picture on there, a die cut lamp, and then a die cut chair and the little girl. Okay, so this was then, the window was fixed, so it just comes underneath this bit, so that forms a bridge, and then I've put a bridge across top and bottom. Okay, so once you understand the concept of how to make the bridges, you can make anything you wish. What about a fish tank, a bird, an aviary, a room with lots of characters? What about a fireplace in the background and Christmas trees and presents? The ideas are endless. Okay, so do have a go and see what you can come up with. Okay, have fun. God bless you all. Hi,